Hey there, I'm Mama Lisa, and I've been blessed to meet amazing people along my life's journey. People with diverse careers, interests, and a passion for improving the world through acts of service and kindness. I'm an educator, a mother, wife, and friend to all. Early exposure to careers and training can change the world and end poverty as we know it. So what are you waiting for? Let's sit down, chat, and learn about careers together as we work to change the world. I'm Mama Lisa. I know cool people, and I'm bringing it to you. And welcome to Career Talks with Mama Lisa. Enjoy. All right, everybody. Hello out there to Facebook Live. Hello to Zoom. This is Mama Lisa, and we are here with a Career Talk today. Focus on health and wellness. So I have an awesome group of people who are joining me today. We have the cast of 2 trainers and a chef. We have Shannon, we have AC, and we have Sam. All right, here we go. AC Art of Food, let's hear your career journey.
Okay. Hi, everybody. It's AC with AC Art of Food. I'm so excited to be here with you guys. Thank you so much, Lisa, my LS, for even bringing us on. So I do appreciate all of your followers and your listeners for wanting to even come on and hear us spiel about a little health and wellness. My journey started like pretty much anybody else's. I was younger. When I was a little girl. My mom was always in the kitchen, grandma, all that good stuff. But I love to eat. And anybody that knows AC know that AC loves to eat. But it got really important to me as far as health-wise when people in my family started to take ill. I've had several family members to pass away or get ill on something that's kind of preventable, what we would say, like heart disease, hypertension, cholesterol, things of that sort. And I think the real eye-opener was a few years ago when my mom had a heart attack, and she survived, thank God, but I did not realize the closeness that she came to death, because we generally do not come out of that. It's a very small percentage of people that do come out of after having a heart attack. I think it's 1 in 3, if I'm not mistaken. So that diabetes, when I was at Savannah State, I believe it was sophomore year, I get a call that she's diagnosed with diabetes type 2, which is completely reversible, but you got to want to do it. So all of that, friends, family that were passing away, that were getting these just, completely preventable diagnosis about their health, encouraged me to take AC Art of Food on a different path, and more so of not necessarily catering or private chef or anything like that, where it started back in 2003, but more so on a health conscious version of it is what you see today. So through my abstract spice, my seasoning, our folks, we love a good seasoned French fry. We love seasoned food, period. So to take that and to add a seasoning that is actually good for you and is not full of MSG, it's not full of crazy sodium when it doesn't have to be. And 9 times out of 10, a lot of these seasonings are full of all of this because it's a preservative factor, so it can have a longer life shelf expectancy, and it's not necessary. You can eat well, it can taste good, and it doesn't have to be completely out of reach. So my ultimate goal through my journey, through health and wellness and through culinary health, is just to help it taste, help you eat better and make it taste good. That's pretty much it.
Well,
that's AC Art.
AC, and I mean, as an abstract spice customer, I can tell you guys that spice is good. And I put it on everything. I liked it so much that I moved on to the spicy abstract because I like spice in my life, and the spice has not disappointed me. So with that being said,
awesome,
we are going to move over to the state of Florida, and we are going to hear from the CEO and founder of a movement, Run 24.
All right, good deal. Sorry about that. But once again, my name is Shannon Howard, and if you watch or listen to the 2 Trains and a Chef show, I'm S.300 known to some, but I'm originally from Glenville, Georgia. It's about 60 miles southwest of Savannah, Georgia. And I currently live in Jacksonville, Florida. Just to give you a brief rundown on how I ended up in Jacksonville. After graduating the great Savannah State University, I moved to Jacksonville, Florida, where I took on the career in financial services. When it was in financial services for 18 years, and recently stepped out of financial services back in October of last year, and then took the challenge of turning opportunity or challenges into opportunities, where I stepped out on my own and I started my own digital marketing company, and I started to improve my fitness business. To give you a quick rundown on my fitness business, it started back in 2015. I've always been into fitness. My dad raised me in an athletic family where my mom played sports, my brother played sports, and he also played sports up until his adulthood. And he always told me, if you stay in shape, you don't have to worry about being out of shape. So I just took that on as a part of my lifestyle. I mean, fitness should be a part of your lifestyle. I tell a lot of people it should be right next to your washcloth, your toothbrush, and then there's your health and fitness. Those are things that should be a part of that, of your everyday life. In 2015, I actually started Run 24. Run 24 cuts deep with me because it's in honor of one of my best friends that I grew up with that succumbed to ALS, the Lou Gehrig's disease. And he was known for running, but he was also known for wearing the number 24 in track and football. But it goes more deeper than that. He was his son was born on the 24th. I want to say they were married on the 24th or somewhere around that date. And then his name is Larry Davis, and he was called home on the 24th of March in 2015. So I kind of I got to find a way to honor his legacy, because his smile lit up a room. He tried to give everyone a ride that he saw walking, so there were no hitchhikers going to be on the road if he stopped by. So I just wanted to have a passion for people like he did in his honor, where we live legendary and leave a legacy daily. So with Run 24, the platform has grown so much, thanks in part this year to Mama Lisa for all the people you've added to the group. So good job with that. That's pretty much in a nutshell. I tag team with two ladies that I've been friends with for a long time. A long, long time. That is AC Price of AC Art of Food, and I am Sam of Fit You Well, Sam Walker. So we've come together to make two trainers and a chef. So that's where we are today. It's growing every day, every month. There are people that are giving us glowing reviews. We actually have a podcast that's coming out tomorrow. We'll be sure to leave that link before we get off the show. But that's pretty much it in a nutshell.
Thank you so much, Shannon. Now you guys have heard from one chef and one trainer. Now there's another trainer that makes up this trio, and that is Miss Sam Walker. So we're going to head back to the great state of Georgia. And Sam, let's hear your journey.
Hey everyone, how's everyone doing? You know, I had to figure out how to unmute on this thing here. My journey, basically, always been into fitness, but more like a cardio junkie than someone lifting weights and trying to, build definition. In college, did lots and lots of cardio, even struggled with weight loss to the point where I was using pills to make me actually lose weight and use the bathroom. So had to get rid of that bad lifestyle and actually incorporate a good lifestyle. So as I got older and after I had my baby, I was like, what can I do to help my body look good and snap back the way I want it to be, but also have that definition I want. So that's when I started incorporating weights. Actually, eventually got a trainer and decided to compete in a bikini competition. And it's like a bikini muscle competition pretty much. So trained for that for about 5-6 months, I think it was, and entered my first competition last March and actually won my pro card. And so that kind of catapulted me into the whole lifting weights and doing cardio at the same time, but realizing that I can do it all at once and not be spending hours in the gym to get the shape and the figure that I wanted. So doing that kind of led me to wanting, people were asking me what I was doing to lose weight. And so just kind of started helping some of the ladies around my job in their efforts to lose weight, but making them realize that, you know, you can do it in a short amount of time. You don't have to spend hours in the gym lifting weights and doing cardio to get the body that you want. So decided to get my personal training certification, which is with NASM. And then just kind of went from there with training people and helping them realize that, you know, we are busy. We are busy moms a lot of times. We're busy educators, you know, busy workers out in the field. So we don't have a lot of time to spend in the gym or just working out, period. So how can I give them the most bang for their buck? And that's what I do when I do my workouts. You're getting a full body workout. You're incorporating weights in it or bands, and you're also getting that cardio where you're running that heart rate up and burn the most fat in a little amount of time.
All righty, ladies and gentlemen that are in the Zoom room, thank you for that, Sam. Now, if you guys have questions, we do have the chat area open, so you can put your questions in the chat area. Or if you have that courage and you want to go ahead and ask your questions live, this is your time to begin to ask those questions now. And as you guys are thinking and getting your questions together, I happen to know these people and I know quite a few things about these people. So we're going to go ahead and dig a little deeper and get to know more about them. There are some very interesting things that all of our panelists have done and they are doing besides just this health and wellness. So we're going to come back and visit with Sam. Now, you guys see Sam, she's a bodybuilder. She's a very beautiful woman, but I would
Thank you.
her to share with you guys a secret talent that she has, and you wouldn't necessarily think that a woman this beautiful has a past in the marching band. Tell us about that life.
Yes, I was a drummer in the marching band. I played the drums in high school and college. Part of the PSEC, as we used to call ourselves. I played tenor drum in college, and I played the bass drum in high school. But yeah, that was, oh my God, days that I would never ever forget, because I mean, that's where I think I got a lot of my discipline from, just being disciplined in the percussion section, because I mean, what you see on drumline, just multiply that times 3 when it was with Savannah State. So yeah, definitely got a lot of my discipline from being in the percussion section. But I mean, yeah, that was my days of getting down and dirty with the drums, yes.
All righty, so now we had a person in the band that participated in the drum section, and we have another former band member out here and a couple of athletes. So we're going to go ahead and hear a little more about the world, the secret life of AC Art of Food.
Oh, wow. Well, you know, I shared that with Sam because I was also in the band, but I was a quintessent dance line. Okay, so yeah, we were the dancing girls of the Savannah State Marching Band, Powerhouse of the South. Yes, so that is, I don't know if that's a secret though, Lisa. I think everybody pretty much knew that. But yeah, so that's my little, I guess, is that my secret?
I don't know that. Now, in addition to being a dance line person, you're also an athlete, and there's another form of physical fitness that you participated in college as a leader, and you've led these ladies to lots of championships throughout the 90s. Would you like to elaborate?
Yes. Okay. So I was first of all, I am a member of the illustrious Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated Delta Nu chapter of Savannah State College, Winter 96, now university. And yes, I was step captain. I was step master for our chapter. Yes, Lisa. And we won many championships and many a money. Lots of money.
All right. Thank you so much for that, Ace. Shannon, would you like to tell us more about the secret life of S.300?
I'm pretty much an open book, so there's not too many secrets that folks don't know about me. But like Sam, I'm also musically inclined to where I used to play the organ for my church. I still dabble in music now. And I actually met my wife playing the organ for the church, and she was in the choir. So being musically inclined kind of shaped my family and where I am today as far as having a household and a wife and kids.
Thank you guys so much for that. Now, as I told you guys at the beginning, our round 2 is what we call our lightning round. And during this round, we like for our panelists to be open and honest with our viewers because, you know, there's a verse that says people overcome by the power of their testimony. So at this time, we would like for you guys to share some challenges that you have encountered as you've been going through this career journey or life journey and how it's impacted you professionally.
Who wants to go first?
We'll let you go first since you said that.
Exactly.
Growing up in rural Georgia, I had to become more acclimated to being a big city boy. And in Georgia, it was so slow paced. Even Savannah was slower paced than what Jacksonville is. And I had to go through different cultural changes where in high school, my high school was probably 60% white, 40% black. And then when I got to Savannah State, it was almost 99.9% black. So I had to get used to being in a culture where it was all African Americans. I had to get used to saying things where I wouldn't say it around my white friends, but now I can be freely to be myself around African Americans. And then after graduating from Savannah State, getting in the corporate world, I found that there weren't many people that looked at like me as I climbed the ladder or got promoted. So just getting acclimated to or adapting to my surroundings and being able to be myself at the same time, but also knowing what boundaries to cross or not to cross. But one challenge that I recently went through over the last couple of years, and I don't even know if Sam and AC know this, but you guys will be privy to this on Mama Lisa's show. But I was diagnosed with cancer at least 2 years ago. And it was a tough time. It was more mental than anything. Like, I can say that fitness has helped me have a stronger mind mentally, not only mentally, but physically, spiritually, and financially. But after being diagnosed with cancer, all I could think of was everyone else. I didn't think of myself of, okay, I have this ill disease that has been brought upon me, and I don't know if I'm going to be here, or is this the end because I've been diagnosed with it. I took a couple of days to mope because it is a reality check. And I thought more about my son and daughter and wife than anything. But after that, the doctor said I was in such good shape, I had nothing to worry about. And it was attributed to my lifestyle and fitness. So that's why I tell everything. There's certain things you can't defend off or certain things that you might attract, but you can put yourself in the position to be able to bounce back. So luckily, my lifestyle has attributed being able to bounce back on things that have come on me. And my mom had breast cancer. She beat it twice. So that also helped me mentally in saying, this is something I can be, just another hurdle that I can use as a testimony to help someone else. So that's pretty much another little tidbit shared on Mama Lisa's show.
Thank you so much for that, Shannon. And now we're going to come over to Sam. Sam, if you will take the same question, let us know a little more about you.
I guess for me, the most challenging thing would be going through divorce and still trying to maintain my health and fitness and take care of my daughter and be a full-time administrator while being a full-time mom and trying to just do it all by myself. So it was a lot on my plate, emotionally as well as physically. But to be able to look back at it now and realize how I overcame that. And I got through it without anybody even knowing, because I just talked to my daughter about it, talked to her a lot, talked to my mom, relied on my friends that were around me, and then most importantly, I worked out and I was able to get like that emotional baggage out of me when I worked out, because that was my way of releasing it. So between work and going through that, it was a huge challenge for me that year. Because it was just a lot of emotional baggage packed on me at one time.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Sam. And now we're going to come on over to Atlanta and hear from AC.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, like I spoke before in regards to, I guess, the health issues of my family. But when I started out, it was initially as like a caterer, and I was getting to the point where it was I was giving healthy advice, but it wasn't to the capacity that I wanted to, and it just something wasn't right with it. So I suffered a miscarriage in the midst of one of the catering events that I was doing. And I think that was pretty much what solidified me saying, I'm completely done with the whole catering aspect of it. However, it just, how when I always say like a preacher is called to preach and he can denounce it all day long. But if that's your calling, something kept bringing me back to food, whether it was someone asking me for my advice or what have you. So I decided to kind of switch it up a little bit, where in catering, you're always trying to go for the money and see how you can make the most bang for your buck. But this time it's just different because it's more about people's health because of the fallen people in my family, friends that we've had, like I said beforehand, that have passed, and then my own health issues. It's just something that, we can't, I can't determine how long somebody's going to live, but I know now that I can definitely improve the quality. And as Shannon was kind of talking about in regards to seeing people of color in my field, there are many chefs out there that can cook.
All right, we're going to put AC on mute while her connection is restored. And while we have her on mute right now, there was something that she mentioned that I would like us to follow up on. She said that she tried to run away from her calling, but she was called back. And I know that all of you guys are successful in your businesses right now. Is there a time when you shut it down and decided to walk away from your business? If that is true, what called you back?
I was just saying seeing if Sam wanted to take it, but I'll go with it. There's been times where I've been discouraged or didn't have the motivation to continue because I felt like I wasn't engaging enough or wasn't receiving engagement back. And for you guys out there, if you have a business and you have a Facebook platform, don't let likes, loves, or reactions on Facebook discourage you, because your impact goes beyond Facebook. Take, for instance, when we go back to homecoming at Savannah State, and there are a lot of people that follow me that I never see post on Run 24 or see them post fitness stuff. But when they see me in person, it's the first thing they talk about is, hey, what you posted the other day inspired me. And what you have going on is inspiring me every day, or the movement is really inspiring me. So that actually added more motivation to me, that I'm reaching beyond Facebook, that people are paying attention to what I do, what I say, or just the motivation or inspiration that I can put out there. So that helps me out a lot. And just stay encouraged in whatever you're doing out there, and just hold on to it. Don't get discouraged by what you think others think of you. If it's your passion, it should wake you up in the morning. It should be you don't even need an alarm clock. If it's your dream and your passion is big enough to where you want to get up and get out and do what you want to achieve, if that's your goal to get it done.
Thank you so much for that, Shannon. And Sam, if you can take the same question.
Okay. So I guess with me, my motivation and everything really comes from my partners, AC and Shannon. They can attest to this because they were like gun-ho with the whole two-tag and just running with it. And I was just kind of like dragging my feet like, hey, yeah, okay, we'll get there when we get there. But for me in the morning, the first thing I want to do is work out. And Shannon's always like, you're so passionate about working out, but you only work out by yourself. Like, why don't you help others? So I think they were like that push for me more than anything, because I was really one like, I'm not posting anything. I'm not doing this. Like, I'm good working out by myself, doing my own thing, helping whoever may come to me and ask for me for help. But they really like threw me out there and pushed me out there into the water without even like letting me touch my feet. They just pushed me into the whole pool. So they have been like that drive behind me more than anything, because working with them has been I mean, we've always been friends, but having a business relationship with them, I mean, it's so encouraging, and they are so, I mean, they have your back, and I love it, because I mean, there are a lot of times I'm like, I'm not sure how that's gonna work or how that's gonna look. I'm not sure if I want to do that. They're like, just do it. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna do it. So
That's all.
they've been my drive.
All righty. So now AC is back and she's connected. And AC, I just happened to remember where you left off. You were talking about, you know, how a preacher has a calling and they try to run away from their calling and they come back to it. Tell us about your calling.
That's pretty much it. It was just, you know, whether it was someone calling me for advice or whether it was just someone, you know, asking for a recipe or anything, or me just seeing something and being inspired by something. Food was always in the realm, but I wanted to do something different. I focused more so on health, and focusing on health actually is what has made me happy about it, has driven me to just want to improve the health for not just me, my family, but my people, and people of all walks, but primarily African Americans, because we are the highest ones. We have the highest rate of heart disease, cholesterol, all of that stuff, heart attack, and it's something that's so preventable. You know, just one step at a time. It doesn't have to be the whole gamut of just, you know, limiting and just taking everything out, but with steps and just improving, you know, one time a week, a meatless Monday or something like that. But we just have to be careful with that and make sure we're not judging people. And I think that's where a lot of people get frustrated and just want to give it up because they feel like they have to fit into a particular category of, you know, of a label, vegan or vegetarian or whatever. But, you know, that's what I try to push in AC Art of Food, is that everybody's individual, like a snowflake. I was just telling a client that today. It's like even twins, you know, for them to have, you know, pretty much the same genetic makeup, everybody's different. So something that is going to work for one person is not necessarily going to work for that other person. But my goal is just to make sure that you stay on a goal to help you to eat better and for it to taste better. So that was pretty much it. Sorry about that.
Guys, we have a comment in the chat room, and this is coming from Beverly Green. She said, meal prepping is difficult for me. I need variety.
Mm-hmm.
What would you guys say to her?
I would definitely say get on one of AC Art of Food's meal plans, because a lot of times you can get a meal plan, but it doesn't give you the variety that you want that will make you want to stay on that meal plan. But being on one of her meal plans, it gives you that variety. Like I have so many choices for my breakfast, my lunch, my dinner, and even my snacks. So like every day I'm looking at it like, ooh, what am I going to cook today, or what am I going to make today? To make it, you know, to make my tummy feel satisfied with what I'm eating, but still eating clean and staying within that calorie deficit that I'm trying to achieve right now. So any of her meal plans are great because she caters it. You know, but even before she made my meal plan, she asked me what it was that I did not eat, what it was that I did not like. And then even after I got it, we kind of went back over some of the stuff. And I was like, hey, can we swap some of this out? And she was like, yeah, okay, let's try this. And so we just made the calories meet each meal that I was eating. But it gave me such a variety of stuff. Like I still haven't cooked some of the stuff on my meal plan because I found 2 or 3 things that I liked so much. I'm just like, oh God, I got to go back to this the next day. Like I can't wait to eat. So get on one of her meal plans. They work.
Yeah. I would suggest getting on one of her meal plans as well. ACArtoffood.com. Check her out. But to piggyback on Sam's comments, it's also a mindset. Like to me, eating healthy could be super boring, mundane, same, monotonous. But if you're eating with a purpose, then you've already pretty much at a certain age, you've already tasted whatever food that you've already had that you have a liking for. So instead of eating for enjoyment, eat for survival or eat for a purpose to reach your goals. And when you reach your goals, then you have to you can reward yourself to have that cheat moment or cheat meal. Definitely no cheat days, but reward yourself with something after achieving something. Like we all want variety. Check out AC Art of Food, but you can also go to Pinterest, go to Instagram. There are certain resources you can check out. A lot of times I get questions and I'm like, man, hey, you have a lot of answers in your pocket if you just pull out your phone, go to Google search and just do the research. Because a lot of times that's what we do. I go to Harvard Health a lot of times and check out their information and provide that to clients or just friends or people that are inquisitive about being healthier or becoming fitter. So
And,
that's just my take.
and let me just say this one thing that you don't want to do, and I know Shannon just said this. I don't like to call it a cheat meal because it makes it seem as if like you're doing something that you're not supposed to be doing, but more or less call it, because that makes it seem so taboo. Like, oh God, I know I'm not supposed to be eating this, but I'm gonna eat it anyway. So don't call it a cheat meal. There's that meal that you may be going out with your friends one day and you want to eat something that's at the restaurant, and you still can pick something within that healthy realm, but something that's good, because I'm a nacho and guac a chick. So like if I go to a Mexican restaurant, I'm naturally going to have nachos and guacamole. But I don't look at it as a cheat meal. I look at it like more like a no strings attached. Like I'm not going to make myself feel bad about eating this. And that's a lot of times what we do. We feel bad about eating a certain meal, and then we're like, oh, I done did this, so now let me just continue eating bad. Don't look at it like that. Look at it no strings attached. This is something I want to enjoy and I want to indulge in, and then I'm going to go back to eating my clean meals for the rest of the week or, the next couple of days.
Yeah, and I agree with that, Sam. And cheat meal is kind of like the label that's put on food that isn't good for you. So I would say eat with limitations or eat in moderation. It's
Right.
not magic. It's actually math. Calories in, calories out. So if you can
Right.
manage to burn more calories than you take in or cut back on your current calories, then you're going to see that improvement in your health. And for a lot of people, they use the scale as a judgment for how healthy they are, which it shouldn't be. The scale is just a number that determines how much you weigh in body mass versus gravity. So eat for how you want to look and how you want to feel. And I tell a lot of people, what if you weighed 300 pounds but look like Beyonce? Same portion and everything. Would you care how much you weighed? So that's just a quick analogy that I throw out there to everyone.
And I think just to kind of piggyback on that too, I think that's what everybody said is awesome. But you got to be kind to yourself. You have to be forgiving. Like, if you take it, like Sam was saying, that you go to the Mexican restaurant and go in on that guacamole, come back from it knowing that was a moment, not a cheat day or what, but it's a moment. And then I think a myth too that a lot of people fall towards is that, okay, I'm just going to do one thing. I'm just going to eat, like the meal planning. If I just eat, but it doesn't work if you don't have movement in it. And I think that's how we synergize so well with Two Trainers and a Chef, because it's like the balance of everything. Like I can't be successful in what I'm doing with ACR to Food if there's not movement with someone. It's not going to work. So just like that guacamole, it's not going to hit. It's going to hit different if you've been, working out and doing like you're supposed to. But if you haven't been and just been about food, it's just not one-sided. Is my thing, and you got to be willing to forgive yourself. It's okay. Now don't keep forgiving yourself over and over again. Now don't do that, because that comes into something else. You got to talk a little bit differently on that. But definitely meal prepping, because that'll save you also not only from your calorie allowance, but also your bank account allowance. Prepping.
Yes, and also one more thing to add to that: meal prepping adds discipline. And it's convenient. If you just take that one day to meal prep, then the rest of the week you don't have to worry about, what I'm going to eat tonight, or it prevents you from stopping at that fast food restaurant on the way home because you have meals at home that are already prepped and ready to go.
And if you take them with you, then you'll snack throughout the day on those meals that you've meal prepped, your snacks and your meals. So you're not going to be hungry and then want that McDonald's or want that Zaxby's or something else, because you've already filled your belly with something that's healthy, because you're eating on a time basis.
Yep.
That was great advice. Now we have some chatter going on in the chat room. Beverly wanted to thank you for that, AC. She also says that she loves your spices. So that's another plug in there for Abstract Spice. Now we have Jovina Clark in the chat room, and she wants to know, do you all have certifications in your fields? And if you could share that.
Yes, I am NASM certified, and I'm also Body Design University certified. So I'm a personal training certified with both of those.
Yes, and I am EXP certified as a personal trainer, group trainer, also with weight management.
And I'm certified with health, fitness, and nutrition.
Okay, and we do have something else in there from Beverly, but before we go there, I did want to touch on this when you guys were talking about the meal prepping, not feeling guilty. I thought that was really good advice for everybody. But AC, I'm a member of AC Art of Foods group on Facebook, and one of the things that you say all elaborate on this with the people on the call, you say that will you kind of share a little knowledge in that area?
You said when I say food is medicine.
Yes.
Okay, so God created Earth and everything that we need essentially to live and to thrive. And a lot of times you have big pharma that comes out and these prescriptions for like a get fit quick scheme or a pill that's going to fix everything. But if you just eat right, that's the prevention. So Western medicine in regards to prescription and in regards to taking medication and everything, yeah, that's for, you know, if you've not been eating like you're supposed to be eating. Okay, so we're not saying that when you eat like you're supposed to, that you're not going to get disease or nothing's going to happen, but it's going to be way less likely for you to do that as opposed to someone who is just, you know, eating, snacking, McDonald's or whatever. It's just facts. There have been studies upon studies. I would recommend people to check out the China study by T. Campbell. And he just goes on about the different studies throughout the world where it has been proven where fruits and vegetables in plentiful amounts, plant-based, is what is going to reverse, if not at sometimes stop disease, period. So when I say food is medicine, and that's pretty much a mantra for two trainers and a chef, food is medicine and movement. If you get those nutrients in your body, that's where your vitamins are. A lot of people take supplements. They take vitamin A, B, C, D supplements, the whole gamut. And supplements are great if you're not getting them and you're not consuming them when you're eating. And they're better for your body and break down better in your body when you get them in your whole food. So some kale is going to be super more nutrient dense than you taking a supplement for vitamin C that kale has. You see what I'm saying? Because although it's in a pill form, a lot of the components that make up that pill or that capsule, that's stuff that your body doesn't need. So when you can get it that way, not only is it better for you, but it's also less expensive. So I would challenge people that constantly speak about it being too expensive to eat healthy. Well, that's a myth. It just depends on where you're going. Now, a lot of people want that threshold or that liaison, I like to call it, between plant-based and just trying to convert over to a vegetarian base. And you have like your Boca products or your Beyond Meat and things of that sort. Well, those things are going to be a little bit more pricey. Now, are they vegetarian? Are they vegan? Absolutely, but they're also highly processed. So it just depends on what you're looking for. Now, instead of getting that beef patty from Beyond Meat, a portobello mushroom is going to be way less in calories. It's going to be less processed because it's the mushroom itself, and you can flavor it. Now, are you going to get away from, the whole burger thing? Yeah, but ideally that's what you want to do anyway. So when I say food is medicine, eating actual real food, clean food, plant-based items, that is what's going to improve your health inside and out.
Okay, AC, there's another question for you in the chat box, and this one is coming from Rico Campbell. Do you customize meal plans based on the food preferences of your clients?
Absolutely. It's all customized. I mean, you can Google 30-day meal plan, and it could just, you can kind of adjust the stuff yourself or what have you. But I do have consultations, actually with 2 trainers and a chef. All of us, we start our Zoom consultations where we get on with the client and, assess their health needs, their health desires. We even take into consideration what their physician has stated that they need to, have it or have into their lifestyle, and we work from there. So yeah, everything is customized because everybody is different. There's no cookie cut or anything. So like Sam was saying, her meal plan, if she wants to tweak something, we could do that. That's all a part of the meal plan, but it is customized. That is the whole premise of it.
Yeah, it's very unique what AC does. She's one of the first culinary specialists I've seen that customizes meal to blood types. Like it's not a one size fit all when it comes to nutrition and fitness, but AC takes the extra step and customizes the meal based on a person's blood type and to make sure they're not allergic to anything or so forth. So I'll let her touch on that piece. But AC, you want to delve into that a little bit?
Yeah, so that's been blood type since like the 80s, but probably even before then. But that kind of goes into the whole aspect also of everybody being a snowflake because everybody's blood type is different. And people gravitate more so towards, and their bodies adhere to more things that their blood type seems to, to focus more so on. So for my blood type, I'm type A, and I'm not really supposed to be plant-based and vegetarian. However, like O blood type is pretty much where it all started. O is pretty much for the original blood type, and meats and everything are ideal. And that has a lot to do with the makeup because in type O, people's type O blood types have a lot more stomach acid to be able to break down red meat, which is, can tear up the stomach of a blood type A because we don't produce as much stomach acid. So a lot of times if you'll have like a Motrin or if you're taking ibuprofen, they always say take with food. That's because the lining in your stomach, it can irritate all of that because especially in blood type A, we don't have enough to do that. So that's why it's very, very particular. And this with B blood type, AB blood type, it's very, very important that you do that. Everything in moderation. Obviously, are you going to get it all right? No, not necessarily. But I do have where my clients are asked what their blood type is. If you don't have it, that's fine. But I do recommend that everybody find out what their blood type is. And it's a little bit difficult to get. I almost compare it as to how difficult it is to get your credit score. And a lot of people try to call me a conspiracy theorist, but usually when it's something hard for you to get that's about you, it may be something behind that. I'm not sure. But if for my ladies out there, if you've had children, if you go to your OBGYN, you go there anyway, regardless if you have children or not, but they should be able to have it because you did have to have a blood taken. Men should also be able to get that. Also, if you donate to the Red Cross, if you donate blood, you can also get it because I do have a blood card, and that's how I know that my blood type is A. But it's very important that because it can have a lot of effect. Even the type of workouts that you do are blood type based. So.
Righty. So Beverly is talking to Shannon. Do you have access to measuring body fat underwater? She has insurance.
Uh-oh.
That is definitely on the wish list. But hydrostatic underwater weighing it takes a special scale where that's usually held at big franchises, if even the big franchises will have them. But I see a lot of physical therapy companies will carry those, or doctor's office may have them. But those machines are maybe over $10,000 per unit. So that is something that's on the wish list. But it's definitely something I don't have access to. And to delve in a little bit more about TUTAC, a lot of our training is done virtually, where we can train anyone around the world at any time instead of being capped at a gym with a certain location or certain limitations. So with TUTAC, you get culinary health resources and also virtual training where we can come to you through Zoom, or we can specify workouts and cater them directly to the preference of your goals of nutrition and fitness.
All right, that was a great segue, Shannon, because I definitely wanted to go ahead and move into the world of TUTAC. If you guys will kind of go into some details, tell us about some of the clients. Where are your clients based? What things are you doing? Let's kind of get a little specific. What things are you doing to change the lives of these clients? And if there are any TUTAC clients in the room right now and you want to share your testimonials, go ahead and raise your hand and we want to hear from you. You have a question. They want to know what are the prices for your services. So let's go ahead and get into those services. What are you guys offering?
I see
Oh,
Yeah, right now the base price, get it while you can, is $75. What is included with that is the culinary health services that AC leads up. Then you also can get personal training with me or Sam, where we'll do a consultation with you, and then we'll see what your goals are, and then we'll cater workouts individually to whatever your preference are or goals are. We'll definitely do it the safe way to see if there's any limitations. And you don't need the gym. Actually, since we've all been in quarantine or lockdown, we've had clients that have actually had more gains. And when we say gains in the fitness world, that means losses. Gains as in getting in shape, cutting inches. They've seen more gains in their fitness than they were seeing in the gym, going to the gym. We're readily available within the app itself. We have instant notifications, instant reminders. It lets us know when a client works out or when a client misses a day if they're not compliant. But that's pretty much in a nutshell. Right now it's $75, but the going value compared to a lot of other trainers, which you only get one trainer, a lot of them don't do meal plans, on average is around 150 to some even go up to 300 and not even offering what we're offering with it. And I'll let they don't have that customization I'll let the ladies fill in a little bit more, but we also have a podcast where we offer free information to our listeners. It's not the boring, mundane nutrition talk. It's more entertaining, but at the same time, it's informational and intriguing. And I'll let I Am Sam fill you in more. Right now, we have something that's just as good as our personal individual training platform. But we have FitUL free 99 Monday through Friday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. virtual group online training. I mean, if you can't afford free 99, then we need to pay you to come join us. So, Sam, you want to fill them in on your virtual training weekly?
And I do see the question. You're on mute, Sam. I do see the question, and that's not 75 per month a year. Well, it's 75 for 4 weeks. So that $75 is 4 weeks of customized meal plans and 4 weeks of a customized workout specific to you. So it's 4-week increments.
Right, and I'm glad you made that distinction, AC. With that, those 4 weeks, we're going to teach you how to eat, teach you how to meal plan, teach you how to work out. And after those 4 weeks, if you want to continue with the education of the meal plan and learning how to eat, you can continue with $75. But then if you feel like you have it under control and you have the discipline to keep it going, then we have a reduced rate on just the workout plan itself. And as
well as just a meal plan. So it's a la carte after the 4 weeks. You can, if you want to do it again, you can, renew and come back for the 4 weeks of everything. Or if you think you got the meal plan underway, cool, but you need help with the workout or vice versa, we have that at the discounted rate as well to keep you in line. And then, all the information that we can provide you, and we're the resource. So we do the homework for you. You got it, Sam?
Yes, I finally got it. This is so confusing me.
You like
the virtual, no, because I'm on the phone and not on the computer, so it's a little difficult on the phone. But the virtual workouts are free right now. And it's a full body workout, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 6 p.m. If you want to burn some calories in one workout, please come join us, because you're going to get the biggest burn and bang for your buck with our workouts. Each week is something different. No workout is ever the same. So we focus on strength and endurance the first week, and then it's like a 4-week workout. Strength and endurance is what we work on the first week, making sure that your form is correct, making sure that you're doing the exercises correctly, and building your strength up during that week also. So when we move to the next week, we incorporate agility into it, because a lot of times as we get up in age, we get a little off balance. So we want to make sure that, you're still balancing everything correctly. You're not just kind of falling or tripping over stuff. So we work on your agility moves the next week. Also still building on that strength also with your weights or your bands. Even a lot of our Wednesdays are weightless Wednesdays, so you don't even need anything on Wednesdays but your weight. And then the third week is our interval week, where we take your heart rate up, burn the most fat during those last 2 weeks because we're taking your heart rate up and bringing it back down. So we're kind of like shocking your body with the interval work that we're doing, but still incorporating those weights in there. And then our last week is what I like to call our peak week, where we take everything that you've learned in those first 3 weeks and we incorporate all that in one workout. So like it's hard and it's challenging, but you can get through it because we have modifications. So anybody on any level, whether you're a beginner or you're advanced, it's a workout that you can actually participate in because we give those modifications. I like to say if it's not in your DNA, here's an alternative to that particular move that you can do, but still get that full body workout that you're looking for. So all ages, all fitness levels are welcome. And you will definitely you'll get in that calorie deficit that you're looking for if you get on the virtual workouts at 6 p.m. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays via Zoom. And like with that, you have that trainer right there in your face, correcting you and telling you, and pushing you and giving you that accountability piece to keep moving, even when you don't feel like it. Because we'll watch some of our clients, they'll be looking like, oh God. And we're like, no, you got it. Just come on. Just give us 10 more seconds of work. No, let's just get it in. And it pushes them to even strive and do more. So you have that trainer right there in your house with you.
Right.
That is very true, Sam. Now, one thing you guys have not shared, where can they download the link for the Two Trainers and a Chef app? And where can they listen to the podcast? What platforms are you broadcasting from?
Yeah, if you guys go out to irun24.trainerize.com, you can go to our website and submit an inquiry for our services. And once we receive your inquiry, we'll get the consultation process going and walk you through if you want to join us. And if you want to listen to our podcast, which is going to be released every Friday, we have a new one dropping tomorrow, is Two Tack.
Second season.
We're in our second season, so the people wanted more, so we're giving them more. It's Two Tack. That is the number 2 TAC at anchor.fm. Two Tack 2AC 2TAC.fm, anchor.fm.
And guys, you can download the Anchor app in your Apple store. I don't have an Android, so you guys will have to speak on that.
Yeah. If you don't have the Anchor app, we're also streaming on Spotify, Apple Music, and of course Anchor. But you can also get to Anchor through your browser if you want to listen to it on your desktop or through the browser of your phone.
Okay, and please type that into the comment box, one of you guys. We have people requesting that. Now, we are going to transition. We've talked about Two Trainers and a Chef. We've heard the career journeys of the 3 people we have on the call. We have 5 minutes left, but in that 5 minutes, all 3 of these individuals there are things that you can reach them on as well. You see Sam, she's sitting behind a logo of Fit You Well. I am Sam, virtual online training. We'd like for you to tell us more about that. If someone is in Florida, how would they be able to reach you, Shannon? And you see AC Art of Food wearing her beautiful shirt. Now, not only does she sport her merchandise, but she's selling that merchandise as well. So we'd like for you to go ahead and get that information out there. And we'll start with you, AC. AC?
Yes.
All right. How can we find you?
You can find me on all things social media, AC Art of Food. And also you can reach me on my website at www.acartoffood.com or acartoffood.com. It's a little play on words, but either way it's spelled the same to get you on. If you want to reach out to me directly, you can reach me at ac@acartoffood.com. Yeah, all things social media, AC Art of Food. And be sure to join on Facebook, my Facebook group, AC's Cart of Foodies, where it's valuable information, more information, resources, tips, recipes. Also join me every Thursday. I'm doing a cooking live with AC on Thursdays, and we're switching our time to the evening since individuals are starting to be introduced back into the workforce. So Thursdays at between 6 and 6:30. We'll give a definite time before next Thursday. But yeah, everything acartoffood.com.
All right, Sam, since you're putting your fingers all around there, we're going to go ahead and go. It looks like you're ready.
Okay, on Instagram, you can contact me at I am Sam Fitness. And on Facebook, I am Sam Walker on Facebook. And then you can also reach me through the Run 24 Facebook page also, because a lot of times Shannon will get the email addresses for those who want to. So you could DM me on my Facebook page at Sam Walker, or message me on Instagram with the I am Sam Fitness, or like I said, through Shannon on Run 24, because he'll send a lot of the emails over to me so I can add those people to the Zoom workouts on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 6 p.m.
Sam, do you still do boot camps?
With camp, so I no longer work for Camp Gladiator, which was what I was doing the boot camps for, but we are going to start doing our own pop-up boot camps. I did one in Savannah a while ago, and we have said that we're going to actually start doing them in different areas. Just popping up, letting people know ahead of time, but giving them that early Saturday morning workout where they can get in and kind of, just get a feel of what we do and join us. So we're definitely going to start doing pop-up boot camps.
Okay, so you guys, if you want to put a plug in for your city, remember to find Sam. You can find her at the Run 24 Facebook group and try and put a plug in for your city. Let's start traveling around the United States and meeting each other in these pop-up boot camps. Now, Shannon, please tell us more about Run 24 and how people can work with you.
All right, you guys can reach me at //Run24. I'm on all things social media. Look up Shannon Howard. On Instagram, I'm under I_Run_24. And we also have 2 trainers and a chef out there on Instagram as well. It's the number 2, and spell out trainers and a chef, and the number 24 after that. So all things social media. Feel free to join Run 24. There is no charge for that. It's a private group, and many of your friends may already be in there. We have a connection from around the world. There are people that follow us from India, Afghanistan, even Russia is in there. So feel free to join us. There's inspiration that's put out there all the time. I put a challenge out there every month. We often give giveaways. And right now we're doing our Rhythm and Jump 2020 challenge for June, where we're jump roping at least 4 times a week. And the challenge is to pick a song within the genre or the artist that day and try to finish the song all the way to the end without stopping. And if you stop, you get a couple of seconds to catch your breath and continue the song and finish it through the end. So //Run24. Live legendary and leave a legacy. Follow us out there.
All right, everybody. I would like to thank you guys so much for serving as panelists. If you are out there and you didn't get a chance to put a question in the chat room and you have something burning in you, you can go ahead and raise your hand. Let us know that you're there, and we'll give you an opportunity to speak to our panelists. And while we are waiting for you, I always like to share final thoughts with you. Some of the things that our panelists shared with us today. They said birds of a feather. Now, not necessarily in that way, but what Sam shared with you guys was her team is what pushes her. So birds of a feather flock together. If you want to fly, y'all remember how they always say you can't hang with chickens because chickens don't fly. You have to soar with eagles. So surround yourself with people who are going to push you to be better than you are. If you know that you aren't being your best self and your circle is happy with you being that way, they aren't encouraging you to aspire for anything greater, then it's time for you to step outside of that circle. Another thing, fitness contributes to wellness. One of our panelists today has survived cancer, and his physicians told him that his physical fitness is one of the factors that helped him to rebound in the way that he was able to. Fitness can reduce stress, and food is medicine. Now, if you look in your comments, you will see the contact information for all of these people. I would just like to put something out there. I'm a connoisseur of every product that they have shared tonight. The only thing that I have not tried is the meal plan, but I promise you that I will be trying that. I have read the book about eating for your blood type. I believe in it, and I know that it works for my body. So I'm excited to see what you guys are going to do. But you really need to join the movement. Get on Run 24 today before you leave. Go to Facebook, go ahead and like that page, get involved, and watch your life be changed. Remember, AC said tonight, when you run away from your calling, you are called back. And all of these guys are called to health. They're called to wellness. And you all out there are called to greater. So live your best life. Live your well life. This is Mama Lisa. I know cool people, and I brought them to you. God bless. Good night.
Peace.
Good night.
Good night. Thanks, Lisa. It was awesome.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was good. That was real good, Lisa.